So this is my PowerPoint of the Black Like Me. I titled it A Different Perspective. There's the background information. So the author is John Howard Griffin. The title is obviously Black Like Me, and the genre is that it's a biography, and it is an Ainsfield Wolf Award-winning book. And the introduction that I have is that John Howard Griffin wanted racial equality. Griffin was a white man that was a successful journalist who lived in Mansfield, Texas in 1859. He was able to become temporarily an African American man because of medical treatment that he underwent. And when he became a temporary African American man, he received hate stares from white people everywhere he went. So the purpose and argument, the purpose for John Howard Griffin to write Black Like Me was to provide a different perspective on what it was like to be a black man in America during a time where racism was at an all-time high, and to determine if racism against black Americans was still persisting. John Howard Griffin's main underlying argument in Black Like Me is to provide evidence of what it is like for a black man in a society that is ruled by whites through the eyes of a man that was once white. So the experiment was, Griffin conducted this experiment of transitioning from a white male to a black male. He was astonished at the results of the discrimination and racial slurs that were directed at him. He was forced to sit in certain areas everywhere he went. Griffin felt sick at the heart to the amount of hate that he saw that was placed on him for just his skin color. The outcomes of this was that the author is trying to convey with his argument that racism should not be tolerated and to open people's eyes to the daily challenges that African Americans face just because of their skin color. This experiment was significant because it gave the reader a different perspective on what it was like to be a black man during this time period, because Griffin was once a white man as well. And my evaluation on this book is that it's a great book that accurately depicts what it was like for an African American man to be discriminated against during this time period. The type of person that would enjoy this book is someone that enjoys the history of racism in America and someone who enjoys biography books. And that's